Hi friends, how are you? This is friends.This studying 10th standard. Today I am going to tell about the first lesson, nutrition in biology of 10th class. Okay, let's get start our lesson. Okay, what is nutrition? Procurement or intake of food is called nutrition. What are nutrients? The chemical substances which are required for energy production, growth and bodybuilding are called nutrients. There are 5 nutrients that are carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, minerals and vitamins. These are present in the food materials such as grains, pulses, meats, oils, vegetables, etc. There are 2 types of nutritions: autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. What are autotrophs? The organisms which prepare their own food are called autotrophs. What are heterotrophs? The organisms which cannot prepare their food are called heterotrophs. The examples for autotrophs are plants and photosynthetic bacteria, etc. And what are the examples for heterotrophic nutrition is animals, right? And some fungi, etc. Right? Next, in exam, they will ask the differences between autotrophs and heterotrophs. Next, in heterotrophic nutrition, there are 3 types. There is saprophytic nutrition, parasitic nutrition, and holozoic nutrition. Saprophytic nutrition. Some organisms break down the food materials outside of the body and then absorb it. This type of nutrition is called saprophytic nutrition, right? Some organisms break down the food outside the body and absorb it. This type of nutrition is called saprophytic nutrition. Next, parasitic nutrition. Some organisms derive their food from the body of other living organisms without killing them. This type of nutrition is called parasitic nutrition. Next, holozoic nutrition. Some organisms intake the food materials and break down it inside their bodies. This type of nutrition is called holozoic nutrition. Here when we see saprophytic and holozoic nutrition are somewhat related, but the saprophytic nutrition, the organisms break down the food outside the body. In holozoic nutrition, the organism break down the food particles inside the body. This is the differences between saprophytic and holozoic nutrition. Next, when we see parasitic nutrition, example, dodder or cuscuta. Cuscuta or dodder is a leafless plant, twinning parasitic plant. The dodder contains no chlorophyll, hence it is not a autotroph. It cannot prepare their own food. It depends upon another organism. Like the root-like organs that penetrate the tissue of host plant. Host plants means the plant which is depend upon another plant. Another plant is known as host plant. To absorb food materials from that plant, from that host plant. The root-like organs that penetrate into the tissue of host plants and absorb the food materials. How this is how the cuscuta and the dodder plant take food. So there are parasitic nutrition. That next, what is photosynthesis? It is very important in this lesson. What is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process by which green plants containing chlorophyll produce food substances from carbon dioxide and water by using light source of energy. Right? Light source as energy. Photosynthesis means making food by the using of chlorophyll, light, water, carbon dioxide. This is photosynthesis. Example, green plants. Okay. Next, C.B. Van Niles. C.B. Van Niles in the year 1931 given a equation about the photosynthesis. He given the equation as CO2 plus 2H2O gives rise to CH2O plus H2O plus O2 in the presence of light and chlorophyll. And further it is changed into 6CO2 plus 12H2O gives rise to C6H12O6 plus 6H2O plus 6O2 in the presence of light and chlorophyll. Here 6 carbon dioxide molecule combined with 12 water molecules to form in the presence of light chlorophyll as C6H12O6. It means glucose plus 6H2O. It means 6 water molecules plus 6 O2, 6 oxygen molecules. The 6 carbon dioxide molecules and 12 water molecules combined to form glucose and 6 water molecules and 6 oxygen molecules, right? The factors or essential materials for photosynthesis are CO2 carbon dioxide, H2O water, and light, it is from sun, chlorophyll, it is already present in the leaves. Next, the end products of photosynthesis are glucose C6H12O6, oxygen O2, water H2O. These are the end products, and that are the factors essential materials for factors or essential materials for photosynthesis. This photosynthesis occurs in chloroplast of the leaves of the plant. This chloroplast is present in the mesophyll, or also known as plant cell. The structure of chloroplast. In 1883, Julius von Sachs discovered the chloroplast in leaf cell. Chloroplasts are present in mesophyll of leaves and other greeny parts of the plant. About 4200 chloroplasts are present in a plant cell. Typical chloroplasts are in disc shape. It means the chloroplast is in disc shape. See now, disc shape. Okay, they are green in color due to the presence of chlorophyll. In the chloroplast, the chlorophyll is present. It is in green color, so it appears green. So the leaves appears green, right? They are covered by a double layered membrane. They are covered by a double layered, when the chloroplast is covered by a double layered membrane, and they are filled with colorless fluid called stroma. They are filled with colorless fluid called stroma. In that stroma, the thylakoids are present, are known as stroma thylakoids. Stacks of thylakoid membranes are located in stroma are called also grana or grana thylakoids, right? The thylakoids which are present in stroma are called grana or grana thylakoids. These grana thylakoids are connected by stroma thylakoids. Chlorophyll and other accessory pigments are located in the lipid part of the thylakoid. This chlorophyll is present in the chloroplast of thylakoid, okay, thylakoid membrane, and they are organized to form the reaction centers called PS1 and PS2 or light harvesting complex. The chlorophyll and other accessory pigments are located in the lipid part of the thylakoid membrane, and they are organized to form the light harvesting complex, or also say as PS1 and PS2. Right? Okay. The chloroplast, the chlorophyll. It is a pigment present in the chloroplast. It is green in color due to it reflects the green light of the sunlight. Right? It is green in color due to it reflects the green light of the sunlight. It is responsible for trapping the light for photosynthesis process. It is responsible for trapping the light for photosynthesis process. And the process of photosynthesis starts with the help of this chlorophyll. The process of photosynthesis starts with the help of this chlorophyll. And here, for exam preparation, they will ask one question in the exam. That is, The upper surface of the leaf more greeny and shiny than the lower surface. Why? The upper surface of the leaf more greeny and shiny than the lower surface. Why? Upper surface of the leaves contains palisade parenchyma while lower surface contains spongy parenchyma. Palisade parenchyma contains more chloroplast than the spongy parenchyma. The chloroplasts are green in color, so the upper part of the leaf appears more greeny and shiny than the lower part of the leaf, right? Next, the process of photosynthesis. There are two major phases are found in photosynthesis. There are light reaction or photochemical reaction, and second one dark reaction or light independent reaction. The first, light reaction or photochemical reaction. Some reactions of photosynthesis that occurs only in the presence of light are called light reaction. During this phase, light energy converted into chemical energy, that is ATP and NADPH. So this phase is technically called as photochemical phase, right? Why we should call it as photochemical phase? Because it presents light. It occurs only in the presence of light, so it is called photochemical phase. These phase of reactions take place in the grana of the chloroplast. These phase of reactions takes place in the grana of the chloroplast. Light reaction occurs in several steps. Step 1. When the light falls on the chlorophyll, it becomes activated by absorbing photons. Step 1. When the light falls on the chlorophyll, it becomes activated by absorbing photons. We said photons. Next, step 2. Photolysis or Hill reaction. Photolysis or Hill reaction. These are the two steps occur in the light phase, the photochemical phase. This energy is used in splitting the water molecules into ions. This energy is used in splitting the water molecules into ions. H2O gives rise to H plus OH minus. H2O gives rise to H plus OH minus. These reactions occur when the photons are split the water molecules into the ions. This reaction is known as photolysis. The process of splitting the water molecules into ions is called photolysis, which means splitting of light. It is discovered by the scientist Hill. Hence, it is also called as Hill's reaction. This reaction is discovered by the scientist Hill. Hence, it is also called as Hill's reaction. And here the step 3 is the highly reactive ions H plus or OH minus of water undergoes quick changes into different directions. The highly reactive ions, that is H plus and OH minus of water, undergoes quickly change into different directions. The OH minus ions produce water H2O and O2 through a series of steps. OH minus ions produce water H2O and oxygen O2 through a series of steps. H plus ions undergo series of changes and formed ATP and NADPH. These are also called assimilatory powers. H plus ions undergo series of changes and formed ATP and NADPH. These are also called assimilatory powers. Here the ATP is adenosine triphosphate and NADP is nicotinamide and adenosine dinucleotide and phosphate hydrogen, right? ATP means adenosine triphosphate and NADPH means nicotinamide adenosine and dinucleotide phosphate hydrogen. Okay, these are called assimilatory powers. it is formed by the undergo series of H plus ions, and H2O and O2 are formed undergo series of the OH minus ions. Next, the end products of light reactions are this first phase or photochemical phase. The end products are O2, ATP and NADPH. These are the end products of this light reaction. Next, second phase, the dark reactions or Calvin cycle or light independent reaction or biosynthetic phase. These are some of the names of this dark reaction, are also said to be Calvin cycle, light independent reaction and biosynthetic phase. The term dark reaction does not mean that they occur when it is dark at night. It only means that the reactions are not depend upon light. Hence it is better to call the dark phase as a light independent phase. Dark reactions are discovered by Melvin Kelvin. So the cycle of reaction is called Kelvin cycle. It is full name, Melvin Kelvin. So the cycle of reaction is called Kelvin cycle. Dark reaction occur in stroma of the chloroplast. The light reaction occur in the grana of the chloroplast. The dark reaction occur in the stroma of the chloroplast. During dark reaction, CO2 is converted into glucose by utilizing the light reaction end products ATP and NADPH, which produce the light reactions with the help of RUBP and enzymes. During dark reaction, CO2 is converted into glucose, which helps, that is end products of light reaction, that is ATP and NADPH, which produce in light reactions with the help of RUBP and enzymes. Finally, glucose is converted into starch. The end products of this dark reaction is glucose. It is converted into starch. Okay. It is most important. They asked the differences between the light reaction and a dark reaction, or they will ask explain the process of light reaction or light dependent reaction, and explain the process of dark reaction or light independent reaction. Okay, what is the importance of this photosynthesis? All living organisms need energy to be alive. All living organisms need energy to be alive. They get energy in the form of food. The photosynthesis is the only process on earth to prepare food by utilizing light energy and releasing O2 into atmosphere. Photosynthesis is the only process on earth to prepare food by utilizing light energy and releasing O2 into the atmosphere. Hence, all living organisms depend directly or indirectly on photosynthesis for their food and food requirements and O2, means oxygen. All living organisms are living with this oxygen. It is released when the photosynthesis processes occur, right? Hence, photosynthesis is considered as the basic energy source for most of living world, right? Photosynthesis is considered as the basic energy source for most of the living world. So without green plants, there could be no life on earth. For that, I appreciate the photosynthesis for its amazing mechanism. So I appreciate the photosynthesis for its amazing mechanism, right? This is also very important question. They will ask, right, what it happens when photosynthesis not occurred on this earth. Like these questions are framed. Okay, next we entered into our life. It means human digestive system, digestion. There are ingestion, digestion and absorption, assimilation and egestion or defecation. What is ingestion? Intake of food materials through mouth is called ingestion. In this name only we have to see that in means inside. Intake of food materials through mouth is called ingestion. Next, digestion. The large complex food molecules break down into small molecules, simple molecules in the alimentary canal with the help of enzymes. Acids is called digestion. The large complex molecules break down into small simple molecules in the alimentary canal with the help of enzymes and gases. Acids are known as digestion. What is absorption? The passage of digested food through the walls of alimentary tract into circulatory system. The passage of digested food through the walls of alimentary tract into circulatory system. It means into blood. Okay. When there is the process of digestion is occur, the enzymes or acids break down the particles like proteins, nutrients, break down the nutrients, that is proteins, vitamins, carbohydrates that are travel into the blood. This is called absorption. The next, assimilation. Digested food materials which are present in blood enter into cells is called assimilation. Digested food materials which are present in blood enter into cells is called assimilation. Next, egestion or defecation. This passage of undigested food materials from the body by the way of come out the body by the way of anus. This is called defecation. The human digestive system contains alimentary canal and digestive glands. The alimentary canal is a long tube, starts from the mouth and ends with the anus. Right? This is also called gut. Right? In our stomach, there are so many enzymes that are produced by the glands present in the stomach to break down the complex molecules into the small particles. Some of the enzymes are thylline, pepsin, and amylase, trypsin, lipase, maltase, sucrase, lactase, peptidase, lipase. These are some of the enzymes that release into the stomach to digest a particular nutrients, right? Our first, the carbohydrates are starts the digestion from our mouth. The carbohydrates are digested from our mouth itself. In our mouth, the salivary glands releases the saliva, which is also known as thylline. It breaks down the complex molecules, carbohydrates, into small molecules, so that the carbohydrates process starts from our mouth. It is one of the bit, right? Next, the digestive enzymes. The chemical substances that are help in digestion are called digestive enzymes. The digestive enzymes are secreted by digestive glands into alimentary canal. Enzymes are responsible for digestion. The breakdown of the large complex food molecules into small molecules, small or simple molecules. This is the work of the enzymes, digestive enzymes.